Good evening. It is now 5:38 p.m. and the regular city council meeting for the city of Compton, March 24th, 2026 is now in order. Madam City Clerk, roll call.
Councilmember Duhart.
Here.
Councilmember Spicer.
Here.
Councilmember Bowers.
Here.
Councilmember Darton. Mayor Sharif.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Will you please stand for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance? Madam City Clerk.
Madam Mayor, we move to public comments on agenda items and non-agenda matters.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Our first speaker is Muhammad Mubarak. It's in the front.
Oh, okay. Good evening, Mayor and City Council. It gives to be here today. It's always an honor and a privilege because I grew up here in Compton, and I'm an artist. Some of you probably already know. My work is in the lobby of the City Hall and in the lobby of this council chambers. And I was honored to be tapped to do the art. And I'm here today to speak on some of my art. I realize that there's some controversy regarding Cesar Chavez. One of the portraits in the lobby of the City Hall is of Cesar Chavez, along with Martin Luther King, that I was commissioned by the city to do. I don't know what your position is in light of the accusations that have been leveled against him since recently, but I have a suggestion in case you want to replace that portrait, if you consider doing that. There's another portrait that is in the conference room of the Dollar High Center that the city commissioned me to do, of President John F. Kennedy. And I thought I'd come here today to suggest, in case you want to replace that portrait, after giving good thought about it, you can replace it with John F. Kennedy's portrait. That's why I was here today, to suggest that to you in case you want to do that. But again, I'm honored to be here, and I'm at your service in case you want future art that you want me to do. I want to thank you for tapping me to do the art that you have here already. And I want to pray that God will bless all of you to continue to do the work that you do here in this city. Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Kenzie Jones.
Okay, got it. I'd like to say hello, hi to everyone. The first thing I'd like to say is to the city manager and Ms. Darden, thank you guys for putting the lights on where McDonald's used to be at. When you go down Long Beach Boulevard now, it's not that dark. Mayor, you know what I'm talking about. It's not dark there anymore. It looked nice. It makes the whole boulevard look so much better. And I just want to say thank you. And I guess sometimes you can keep talking until things do happen. But try to talk in a very constructive way. We still have a lot of vacant lots. We still have a lot of cleanup to do in this city, but I know it takes time. And I just want to say another thing is, Mayor, if you go down Alondra or go down Rosecrans, when you get to Lakewood, you make a left, going south. Once you get to, look to the left is Walmart, and that's a beautiful waterfall right there. If you ever get a chance, just go by there and look at it. And once you see it, imagine how our waterfall is going to look. The way that people stop there and look at it. And we right downtown right here. That's going to look nice if y'all ever could find the budget to make that waterfall look much better. It's really bad when you pass by there and all you see is just a monument. And I know it takes time, but that's the only way we're going to make this city look better. And I when I went there, I thought about you, and I just thought maybe one day if you go by there, look at the waterfall, and imagine if Compton had that waterfall every time you guys come to work or leave at night and see that waterfall, whoever go down Compton Boulevard. And that is considered downtown Compton. You know, once we do that, we can make it look so much better. And we're always talking about making our city look better. But once again, those lights look beautiful at night. I stopped and talked to one of the guys, and he told me to come back. You'll see how different it looked at nighttime, and it did look beautiful. So I just want to say thank you, and keep up the good work.
The next speaker, I think, is Cynthia Mills. Ms. Mills.
Please press the button.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Cynthia Mills. I live at 1505 South California Avenue. And I have a couple of concerns, one of which is the parking on our street. They have people that aren't even, that don't live on our block, and they park in front of our houses. And the last incident was just Sunday, when a person removed my trash can I had in place, because we have, pickup on Mondays, and they moved the can, put it in my driveway, and parked their car there. And usually, out of respect, they'll find someplace else to park. But my point is, people that don't even live in our neighborhood do that. The other concern I have is people driving at night between 2 and 3 in the morning, and they make these wheelies and skid marks all in the street. You can see the tire treads, and sometimes they blow a tire, leave the tire, and leave the scene. However, by the time the police come with their sirens blaring, that's like a warning to them. So they flee the scene. So I'm hoping that we can do something about that. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Mills.
Madam Mayor, let's ask our speakers to touch the button once when you begin to speak.
Okay, thank you. The next speaker is Tony Hicks. Mr. Hicks, touch the button once, please.
Good
Thank you.
evening, Mayor and City Council, staff, and community. I'm Tony Hicks, representing the Compton 125 Historical Society. It's a great day to be alive. I spoke last time I was here on Founders Day. Just want to keep it in the public's eyes and ears, because it's coming up in May, and we don't want to wait and to try to publicize at the last minute. I know the city is working on some dates and with some other organizations, and we're going to have a great Founders Day. So I just want to let the community know, get ready for it. And one way that I like to participate with I want the society, the Historical Society, to participate in this year's Founders Day coming up in May, is to do a legacy project. Focusing on 2 employers in the city, a legacy project, focusing on employees of the city of Compton and employees of the Compton Unified School District. I'll be presenting this at one of their meetings coming up soon. So the purpose of the legacy project is to have those who want to give us in writing your employer that you work for, the position you held, the years you served, and then we're going to start with that to create the legacy project. Anybody who works for the city or the school district can participate in this project. Of course, we do a speaker series every month. We have one this Saturday coming up over Gonzalez Park. We continue to do that, but this particular project is going to focus on employees of the city and the school district. Again, and one way that you can start, so we won't have to do everything in one day on Founders Day. When we do this, we help collect some of the information on that day that we're going to open it up in person, is that anyone who wants to start early, all you have to do is email the Compton125@yahoo.com. That's our email address for the Compton Historical Society. Compton125@yahoo.com, and leave us your name, the employer you worked for, whether it was a school district or the city, your position, and the years served. And then you will be added to that project, okay? So you can get in early on it. You won't have to do it the day that we open it up in person. Okay, so go ahead and start that. We just came from an event this weekend celebrating one of our Olympians from Compton High School, Ronaldo Brown, the high jumper in the Olympics. We had a great day on Saturday. Thank you everyone who came out. We're going to be sharing videos from some of those clips that we took that day. Go to our group page on Facebook. You can see some of them starting today. And then I'd like to close by saying I was asked by...
No, time. Thank you. The next speaker is Rodney Lister.
Madam Mayor, Council, I was reading something where I just noticed the city of Carson came out where their council voted as a whole to oppose AB 1768, which is a tax being proposed specifically for LA County by a council member from a state legislator from Culver City that's going to propose raising sales tax by 0.05%. County Board of Supervisors is also proposing another separate tax of 0.25%. And I'm just wondering if maybe at a future discussion, the council might discuss what position they might have in favor of sending a letter out to our supervisor, because they're making the decision at that level to put it on the ballot. And I just feel that as residents of Compton, of LA County, we're already heavily taxed. And oftentimes residents want to know, what is the city doing to help us lower our taxes, be it sales tax or property tax? So maybe this is something that could be an item that comes up. In the past 2 years, the city's done a great job of allowing residents to participate in the budget process, from meetings in various districts and flyers sent out for us to do surveys. I haven't seen that this year, and we're already coming in April. And I was wondering if in the future meeting, maybe the city council can let us know how the citizens can participate and what we'd like to have funded during that process. And lastly, I know it's a broken record, but man, I can't get my street cleaned. I keep calling Public Works several times. I've been up here several times. I've talked to several people, and I've given them great detail about what's not being cleaned. And the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of residents feel that we can't get heard on small things. So how can we get heard on big things? And I can't blame council for that, because I'm not talking to council. But at some point in time, maybe council can reach out to residents and say, hey, I've seen that you called several times. How can I get involved? Because you aren't the frontline people. But when we aren't getting any type of resolution at our level, who do we go to? Who do we escalate it to? So I'm gonna keep the fight that one day it's gonna get cleaned up, but I'll keep being a broken record till the end. Thank you.
What street do you live on, Rodney?
The street in question is Wilmington, between 156 on the north and Alondra on the south. And there's a sign there that says, don't park here, street sweeping. Code enforcement comes out. I've seen them give tickets. That part's done. But the street sweeper part never comes. And that sign's been up for about 8 months. And I know I've spoken to this several times, but we talk about beautification of the city. And when you come by the beautiful landscape that's put over there and you see the debris, you see a disconnect. So, thank you.
The next speaker is Bishop Guillory.
By the way, Councilman Spicer, that would be Councilman Bauer's district. That's why he quiet. So I'm here today to say that I'm not as hopeful as the last speaker, because when it comes to taxes, when people are not paying them, they sure do make them. And seeing as how I know it's election year and most of these politicians have already endorsed candidates, now it's time to pay, and it's for us to pay. So I don't see anybody that's running for office that's going to tell the supervisor or the assembly we shouldn't tax our people. So that's why I'm running. Number one, there's a tax that has been on the tax property owners since 1947. Madam Mayor, you said that, we don't have to tax them that much when we're at a forum. Well, I haven't been privileged. Well, let me make sure I clarify. You said we're taking more than we need to take. Let me just clarify this. Here's my tax receipt for $222,859.93 paid last year from the county. Here's my new bill for just one property, not all of them. $6,969.06. The highest thing on there is your employee's pension. Your employee's pension. Now, I just said it before, and I had people to repeat me and say, you can play dumb, but you can't play smart. So since we have people who are elected, this should have been done a long time ago. And so now we have a repealing of that tax so that people don't have to keep on doing reverse mortgages to pay their taxes. Because if we got all these smart people that can do everything, including not their job, then I think that maybe we should do it ourselves. And like I said, when I become the mayor, I will not take a check. Oh, you might laugh. You got to get reelected. And the first thing we got to do is fix that parking.
But you got to get elected.
That's right. That's right. And you're right. And I will get elected because I have some money. And I'm not taking the people's money. Okay, so let me finish, Mr. Bowers. I'm glad that you said something, Mr. Bowers, because that gives me an opportunity to say something back. It's interesting how every time your constituents come up here with a problem, you don't say nothing. But you have something to say about everybody else. Maybe if you didn't get such lessons from Councilman Galvan, maybe your district wouldn't be as...
It's over.
It's not. It's my time, and I will yield it to you.
Excuse me, thank you. The next speaker, Hector Gomez.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Hector Gomez. I am the co-founder and executive director of Connecting Compton. Since our founding in 2019, our organization has been committed to developing what will become the Compton Multicultural Equestrian Center. It is a space that will honor Compton's deep equestrian roots while creating real opportunities for our youth and families. I'm speaking today on consent agenda item 1 regarding the site access agreement for the former landfill site. First and foremost, we appreciate the opportunity to continue working alongside all you amazing council members and mayor to try to get this effort on the way. The site access agreement is an important first step for us because it will allow us to conduct the necessary environmental review and due diligence to better understand the site and responsibly plan for its future. And so this process will not only help the project's development and programming, while also informing the types of partnerships, resources, and what the site really, how it says, the former Alondra landfill site. And so we're ready to do the work. We thank you all for the opportunity to even be in this position now. I know it's been, quite some time, and we're excited, and we're ready for your support, your guidance, and to be able to hopefully take the first step forward and get the project running. And more than anything, know what that landfill, what it sits on, you know, and what can be done. And so I know there was brought up to our attention that there was one missing document on that site access agreement. We have it with us. We can show it to you guys if that need to be before we get to the item itself. So thank you.
The next speaker is Corey Crockenham.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and council members. My name is Corey Crockerham. I'm with the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters, Local 323, and this evening I'm going to be talking about tax fraud. So construction tax fraud is still in the future of our community. Roads, first responder systems, public transit, schools, and hospitals. Billions of dollars meant for infrastructure is lost every year because of dishonest contractors who exploit workers and dodge taxes. This April 6th through the 18th, Western States Carpenters Local 323 is taking a stand against those corrupt businesses that are pocketing money that should be funding this critical infrastructure. It's time to stop tax fraud and ensure our critical community systems are built the right way. Those lost tax dollars would go to fund more equipment for our first responders, improving our roads, schools, and hospitals. So when you see dirty streets, I want you to think tax fraud. When you see dirty parks or vacant lots filled with trash, I want you to think tax fraud. When you're driving down the street and you hit that pothole and it bounces you from the driver's seat into the passenger seat, I want you to think tax fraud, right? The future belongs to those who build it, and it must be built without tax fraud. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Richard Earl.
Good evening to the mayor and council. I'm before you tonight to invite everyone out to our candidates forum, which will be held on the 28th, this Saturday, from 3 to whenever it ends. It'll be at St. Philip's Lutheran Church, which is located at 1110 North Dwight. And there are, for everyone, there's flyers in the foyer for Spanish and English, and we invite everyone to come out. And also, we need to look at doing something on Wilmington and Greenleaf. They're tearing the street up over there. And we just had Wilmington done, and it's ridiculous to have people come there and just start tearing it up, and we just had it done. Can we get something done over there where they can stop doing the turnarounds, please? Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ross Esters. Mr. Esters, hit the button, please. No, there's a button there for you to push.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Technology, huh? My name is Roy Sesters, president of the National Association for Equal Justice in America. And I'd like to recognize the mayor, city council, city of Compton. This evening, first of all, it's good to recognize some of the churches in the community that's doing a great job. First, I would like to thank Holy Chapel Church for letting us meet in their beautiful sanctuary. I would like to thank the citizens of Compton and LA County for attending the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Candidates Forum. It was the first time in about 35 years. Sponsored by NAGE's Anti-Crime Committee, Isaac Asbury, chair of the Crime Committee. He had a very professional team working with him
consisting of Ron Dow, Anthony Perry, Elaine Thompson Esters, and Jonathan Taylor. I feel they need to be recognized because they did a wonderful professional job at the Candidates Forum. We're having a national banquet. NAJA presents the 23rd National Annual Awards Banquet, October 24th, 2026. We're going to recognize Compton College and Compton Unified School District. You can get tickets or you call 310-918-4047. We want to start recognizing people that's doing things in the community, and the people that had that candidates forum with the sheriff, they did a wonderful professional job, and I think the school district, Compton College, need to be recognized too. And they will be on the radio about 3 weeks. Thank you for listening.
The next speaker is Daniel Zapata. Oh, okay. Marie Brown.
Good evening. So glad to see you guys. I came to talk about the street takeovers. You guys are doing a really good job. In our neighborhood, it's kind of slowing down. However, Holly Mitchell gave me some lights to give to the community. I think that we should be responsible for our own lights. You know what I'm talking about? The flashlights. The new flashlights actually shine so bright, it goes down the street about halfway down the street. So if the people are racing down your street and you shine the light, they'll get intimidated when your light turns blue. They'll think it's the police are after them. And I'm asking our neighbors in our neighborhood to flash the light when you see the street takeovers, because that means that they're not getting by with anything. So you might consider buying these small lights. I went to, I think it was Big 5, and they have them just like the Hallie Mitchell flashlights. They were $8 at the Big 5. Thank you so much. They were $8 at the Big 5, but Hallie Mitchell gave it to us for free. I think we should get that. And maybe have a slogan saying, we'll leave the light on. It's not like Motel 6, but it means that we're watching what you're doing. I'm finished.
Well, thank you. Minister Pauline Brown.
Good evening, Minister Pauline Brown. This evening, I'm representing the clergy. Many of you don't know that I'm an ordained minister, and so I'm here tonight as a servant of the Lord, and my message is a prayer. Our Heavenly Father and our God, we thank you for this moment and this city. We thank you for 137 years. We know that the hills have been high, valleys have been low, there have been ups and there have been downs. And yet Compton, one man, traveled with his family to come here and had a vision. His vision was so real, God, that we are still here in 137 years. Now, Lord, there are things that are about ready to happen in this city. And God, we put this city and its people before you. You are the God that sits up on the throne. You sit high and you look low. You know every nook, you know every cranny, you know every liar, you know every cheater, you know the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. Now, God, you said in your word that we make our plans, but you have the last say in it. We put the council, we put the members, we put the workers, and those that govern this city in your mighty and powerful hand. And God, just as the Methodists back in 137 years ago was able to lead by God leading them, now, God, we ask you right now in this place that you would lead these people, those that seek to run, those that seek to sit in the highest office in this land. Now, God, let your will be done. Let all minds be cleared. Let the hand of those that touch the pen, God, let them be on the behalf of the people and citizens of this great city called Compton. Lord, we lift up this city. We lift up the people. In the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for the peace that we've been having, God, from the east, the west, the north, the south, and the east. And in the name of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God, everything that is out of order right now, God, we pray that you'll put it back in order in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Our next speaker is Maria Villarreal.
Good evening, Maria Villarreal, Compton Latino Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for that. We need that, especially here in this chamber. Ooh, it was, if I can feel it. Maria Villarreal, Latino Chamber of Commerce President, here present tonight. I'm here with one concern and one announcement. Good evening, Council, Mayor. I apologize, sometimes I forget that you have to give respect. But anyways, I wanted to thank you again for all what you have done over the years. But I do have one concern right now for District 1, and I have to say it in order to be fixed. District 1 on Matheson and Rosecrans, there is a building that has been there for three or 4 months. Seems like they're working on it, but it has this huge plastic on the roof. And when it's windy, the plastic is hanging and it goes back in the roof. It makes our street look really bad. If you can take a look at that, I would greatly appreciate my council person, my favorite council person. No. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that to the chamber, we are inviting the youth of the city of Compton to come to the chamber and if they have some hours to do as a volunteer, thank you. We are taking volunteers to guide them how to call calls to the business and be involved in the business, so we can make sure that they get the knowledge how to become a business owner. We are also having a meeting this Thursday at 6 o'clock for business in the city of Compton. Everybody's welcome. The doors are open for everybody. So we got to start thinking about business and encourage the business to participate, to make sure that they get the help that they need, and to make sure that we know what they need. Thank you and have a great night.
There's a name here I do not want to mispronounce, but is there someone that signed up and I have not called your name? Will you please come forward? Ray Chadaya? Okay, thank you. Is there anyone in the audience that have not, that didn't sign up, would like to speak at this moment? Will you please come to the podium?
Good evening. I did sign up, but my name is Charles Brown. I'm the president of the Compton 125 Historical Society, and I'd like to first give honor to God and thank God for Minister Brown's prayer, so well needed, to our wonderful mayor, city council, and to our wonderful citizens of Compton. I'm here to first of all, thank the council to item number 6 on the new business, the resolution of the furniture that was going to be returned to the wonderful city of Compton for the Heritage House. Once that resolution passes, I'm asking that the council will proceed as quickly as possible in securing the Heritage House safety for the furniture and the artifacts that are going to be placed in that facility. Wanted to make sure it'd be safe. We don't want to put something over there and then it gets stolen or someone breaking to the house. And so please make sure we have something in place. And then also the landscaping, I'd like to get with the city manager, those who are public works or whoever's going to work with the landscaping. We need to be part of that issue. And then I have a concern about, you know, when I travel Los Angeles County quite a bit, and I go to every city, and I remember when Compton, I used to ride into Compton, coming back to Compton, I would see a wonderful sign that said, "You're entering Compton." And then one when you're leaving said, "You're leaving the wonderful city of Compton." I don't know what happened to our signs. I believe we have a wonderful city manager. Would love for you and the council to look into putting back in place at the four corners of this wonderful city our sign that we have a wonderful city of Compton, and you welcome everybody who come through the city of Compton. Also, the last thing I'd like to share, I know our Vice President, Mr. Hicks, talked about some of the city officials and those who work with the city to share their story, their archives. But we're going to be putting on also a community archiving workshop where we're going to show you how you can preserve your history. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jesus Camargo. I'm with the Western State Regional Council of Carpenters. I just want to talk about tax fraud and bring awareness to the community. Tax fraud, all these contractors that are cheating us, they're cheating us on $8.4 billion a year. And every year that these guys are, these contractors are cheating us, they're cheating us from renovating schools, repairing our roads, caring for veterans, sheltering our homelesses. A lot of these contractors, the way they practice the tax fraud and the way they get over on the system, they pay the guys cash. A lot of these guys, they come from other states and they manipulate them by thinking that, by letting them know that they're paying them with a check. But these checks, they're personal checks. They don't got a stub. So there's no really record. They're righteously getting paid cash. Okay? And when these guys get paid cash and they get hurt on the job, the contractors, what they do, they deny them. So, and then these guys, they can't pay bills. They don't got no health care. The bills pile up. They wind up going to the streets. And I see these guys going to the streets with family and kids. And that's wrong. And another thing, when tax fraud hurts us, the way they hurt us is by taking money away from our first responders. Right now, I got a dad that's sick. I leave him with my nephew. My nephew can't drive. How about if he got to call a paramedic? And because of shortage, because of these contractors doing all this dirty stuff out there, we got a shortage and my dad can't get the help. At my age, I want to look out for all my loved ones, my brothers and sisters, as well as you guys. How about right now? I was at the soccer playing with my kids one day. This lady passed out just right there in front of us, and she lost her life right there. Never know if somebody here might pass out and we need to call a first responder, and because of shortage, we can't get the help we need. I just want to look out for all of us and just bring it an awareness to everybody. Thank you. My name is Jesus Camargo.
Okay.
Greetings, Mayor and Council. My name is Shamika Asi Harris. I'm a registered nurse for 20 years, but in addition to that, I'm a CERT instructor, Community Emergency Response Team Training instructor, and program manager. I have 3 brief announcements that I'd like to make regarding CERT-related activities that will be happening in Compton at Fire Station number 3. First one is a Spanish CERT training. It will be facilitated in Spanish April 9th, 10th, 11th. It's a 3-day training. The second, taught in English, April 17th through the 19th at Compton, Fire Station number 3. The last is a CERT simulation activity. So we're going to do a skills refresher as well as the disaster simulation at Compton Fire Station number 3 on April 25th. Those that have been CERT trained in the past are welcome to attend. If you've never been CERT trained but interested, you can volunteer as a survivor. Thank you for your time and your attention.
And the flyers will be out in the foyer. Thank you.
Tanya Lewis, First District. I have an announcement. We are, not me, Hub City is having their artistic walk. 9 years. This will be 9 years in April. I need everyone to come out and support the walk. It will be here at the airport on April the 18th. Registration is 9 o'clock and they'll start walking at 10 o'clock. I left some flyers out in the front. It's in English and Spanish. Now, John Strickland, if you're looking, you said that Wilmington, we will be proud of it, and it will be beautiful. I don't know if you've been down Wilmington lately, but can you clean it up before the walk? Can you put some water on the plants and the trees that's growing on Wilmington? And can you pick up some of the dead weeds that's growing between the cracks and pick up the papers before the walk so we can all be proud of Compton when we have this walk on April the 18th. Thank you.
Push the button. Push the button.
Push the button.
Good night, members of the council. Today I'm here positive, okay? I'm here to support.
State your name.
Oh, Jose Marquez. I'm here to invite everybody to get together and support our council people on election and make sure that we always looking out for them to make sure they're doing a good job, you know? And we have to do something about the teenagers in the city. Because, you know, Compton is always known as violence and, you know, the worst city. And since I've been here, I see all the positive and I'm involved in it, and it gives me the energy to do something about my community, you know, and I want to be part of the community and getting them involved to do something for the kids, just like these takeovers. We have to do something where they're, you know, these kids that have nothing better to do than do that, and they take it like a trophy. You guys gotta find out the real reason why they do that. And there's kids that die on this, you know, because they're in the streets. That's why they don't have nothing better to do. And I was a kid once, and you get involved with other kids that put you in this lane. And, you know, I believe that city has a responsibility to do things for the teenagers to make them better, make them doctors, make them, like Connecting Compton, that they're trying to do something positive, that's good. You guys got to support that. Anything supportive, it has to be done, And besides that, there's other things that we can do for our kids, in Compton. And I know you guys got to take this serious, because I know you guys have, grandkids or kids, that are, they're going to grow up in this environment, and we got to look into it, There's a lot of things that can be done, because the kids are the future, and we really have to look into it, because, it's important, so we can have a safe city, we can have a safe environment. I bring my kids to this city, I want them to be safe, and I want to make sure other kids are safe. So that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Hi, Mayor and Council members, City Manager, and City Clerk. I just came back.
State your name, please.
My name is Jaime Rodriguez. I came back and say thank you so much, and I say that Artesia, Wilmington, that is close. I passed by. It's pretty nice. A lot of work you guys have done. And they just finished on the excellent interest on the freeway on Wilmington in the 91 freeway. So nice, beautiful. And regarding my place, they didn't give me no hopes, but an entrance and get nice to get in and get out of my little town motor homes. And they just came up on my mind to say that, did Lincoln say all men are created equal? Or Thomas Jefferson wrote down, perhaps all men are created equal in the United States. And I was wondering if I not get lesson by my little town, because the city spend a lot of money on those, it's very nice. But that little place, they told me, they say that they're not going to do nothing about it. So I guess it's up to you. You won't be seeing me no more here. But if I come, I won't be standing here. But I want to say thank you so much. And my body for Emma Sherrill for re-elected, and now in the future, for Mr. Bauer to be elected someday for the mayor. And thank you so much. You guys did a very good work in the city.
Madam City Clerk.
I believe you have a few more people who would like to speak.
I know. Yes, come to the podium.
Greetings, Councilman Mark Smith. There's been a lot of things said today, especially regarding this tax fraud. Didn't want to start with that. But the two winning issues I addressed are going to be affordability and safety. So, the affordability, we've addressed this investigation with the credit cards. Where are we at? It doesn't take this long. It does not take this long. We kick around the word transparency all the time. I don't see it. We're talking about tax dollars, where we're at. Where are we at? If there has not been any fraud or any misuse of the tax dollars, let us know so we can move on. But for us to get up here time after time, if we're not aware of something or has been no misuse, tell us. Sir, Mr. City Manager, regarding access to the field, I've asked this council several times for the results, and this is under safety, regarding soil samples, regarding what is coming out of this landfill. We're granting access. We already have homeless people over there, which is a safety issue that has never been enforced, any removal. I talked with DWP the other day. They complain about Compton's Gate, though. Yes, Mr. City Manager, the towers belong to the Department of Water and Power, LA City. We have Department of Sanitation, and we have Compton. Those are the three agencies involved in doing this equestrian venture that we want to do. I have film here of some type of gas that is emitting every morning. Every morning, if you care to drive by there at about 6:30, 7 o'clock, you can see for yourself, or I can show you. It is totally unsafe. Furthermore, what about the community? Because we're talking about safety, not just Compton citizens, but LA County residents in the surrounding area. This has went on for years. This landfill has been not addressed for years. Is there a survey? Are there questionnaires? Do we have any input? Because there are people in the landfill right now that are at risk. So the operative word I've been always told is we don't want to disturb the land. I can't quite figure out what the disturbance is. Are we talking about digging, uncapping? But there certainly is a release every morning. I was told it was fog. There's no fog. Come on. There's no fog. There's a release in that area. It's extremely hazardous to all right now. Okay.
Thank you.
I'd like to look into that.
Mark, thank you. Mark.
The people that are in that area right now that are at risk in that field. Thank you.
Madam City Clerk, I believe that's the, oh.
We have a couple people. Mark, I think he covered a lot of it. Environmental justice has to do with a lot of it as well. In that landfill, we have been asking for that. And I only hear one organization that's involved in that, and that's Compton Connect. And we did have an open forum a couple years ago, but I think everybody should be involved in that. That land, it's not just the people that live around it. Of course, they're affected, but the gases that are emitting from that are traveling throughout the city. Compton has a lot of areas that are contaminated. We have the golf course. We have the Vanguard Learning Center because of Alcoa that leached into the soil. I used to farm over there. We can't do it anymore because of contaminated soil and water. And that was also looked at by Public Works, which was the county, not LA. I'm not Compton, but LA County that looked at that, and they determined that it was, the soil was contaminated, so the gardening stopped. And we have not been able to go back. Now, that's worse than this because it's emitting gases. And I don't know why anyone would want an equestrian center there, because the first horse that lands there and die, I will have Peter out there. And I mean that. I've already contacted them, so they're very aware of that situation over there. The only thing my understanding is, and this is when Lawrence Adams was in office and the EPA looked at it, we could only have a park there. And I think we've discussed what could be there. So why are we going through all of this other stuff? I know you want to confirm that it's contaminated, but it's already, I mean, come on, it's not going to change. If that sorry mayor that we had by the name of Asia couldn't put anything there, it couldn't be done because she would have tried to cram as many people in there as she could. We have people that are dying, that have been dying for years over there, and all of us know somebody who has. Not just one person, 2 or 3. So we need to look at that. That's one of the things we just need to really take off the board. Just get rid of it, period. These letters of resignation for people who are running for office, resignations are not going to save you at this point. You should not be certified, period. You're still on these commissions. I don't care where you are, be it in Westminster, be it here, you're still on these boards, these commissions. Come on, you can't be certified. Why are we even going through this? Why don't we just follow the charter? The charter says a year. Follow that. Every time you don't follow what's in the charter, then we have all these other problems. We're dealing with stuff we shouldn't even be dealing with. And the credit cards, we should get a yes, a no, it's over, something. Let's do that. And ask the city clerk, Mayor, is he certified?
Thank you. Missy, as you come, please, let's talk. Just come to the podium. Come on.
Good evening, Council. I'm Missy from the 3rd District. I don't know why I heard one of the council person up there saying that us seniors come up here, us mature senior, which you got it right. Could you open your head up when we're speaking, sir? You always, that's so disrespectful. Every time someone comes to the podium, you don't like, you drop your head. Well, we don't like you neither. So with that being said, yes, we are mature seniors. And when you talk about noise, we come in here to get things together. Because the stuff we see you guys do, we don't like. I know I don't. Not when my tax dollars are involved. So with that being said, we've been coming here month after month after month after month, asking about the credit cards. We need to know who this attorney is. First of all, we need to know how much we are paying this attorney. Mayor, I'm directing everything to you because the city manager is here to oversee. But you're here to answer our questions as well. So I need to know an answer tonight. Not tomorrow, not next week. We need to know tonight what's going on with the credit cards. Because he spent our money illegal. When he got that card, he should turn the card back in, not keep it in his pocket and go all over the world and shop till he dropped. Like I said before, I don't take care of grown men. My grown men I raise, they take care of me. That part. So with that being said, it's time for you guys to focus on the things that we say when as resident that comes to this podium. You guys, it goes to one ear and out the other. And it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense that you don't pay any attention. And with our money is being spent useless. I ride up and down throughout the city at times and look and see in all 4 districts. And I see nothing. City Manager, I have a question for you and I'd like an answer tonight. Is Ludus Park turned into a community center? Because it's a park. So I would like to know from you tonight, is that a park or a community center? Because you know, we have individuals take this city and turn it into their own thing, but it's not gonna happen like that, especially when you're not invested like I am. The laundromat, Janine, why is she still signing off on legal documents, Mayor? I asked the question, are you guys hired, did you hire her?
Missy, your time is up. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. My name is Daniel Zapata, and I am the co-founder of Connecting Compton. Connecting Compton is a nonprofit rooted in love for our community. We dedicate our time to creating equestrian and agricultural programs for the youth of Compton and the surrounding areas. Programs that give our people a sense of purpose, connection, and pride. Our work is about more than horses. It's about preserving and uplifting the rich equestrian culture that has been a beautiful, overlooked part of Compton's identity. Through our community events, we've been able to bring people together, celebrate that culture, and create spaces where families feel safe, seen, and united. Our vision is to build an equestrian center that becomes a true community hub, a place for social gatherings, youth programs, education, and positive experiences that can shape futures and strengthen our city. The site access agreement is an important step for us. It allows us to fully understand the land we hope to develop and ensure we move forward with transparency and accountability to the residents we serve. We are deeply grateful to the council for this opportunity, and we truly believe that by working together with our city leaders, we can create something meaningful, something that not only benefits our community today, but also helps reshape the narrative of Compton for generations to come. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and Council and community. I'm Patricia. I'm coming as a resident today, District 2. I went to some distress last year. Now, I don't know if I'm mad, sad, or what, but I need transparency for 123 North Locust. I don't know what's going on, but I came in last year, sometime in March, sometime in April, and I disclosed the concerns I was going through with some squatters. Thank God they're gone. But there's something fishy going on. Because I provided everything you guys needed. Criminal activity, stripping cars. I want to thank Assistant City Manager Tam and District 2 Liaison. They did respond to those emails. Thank you. But I just need transparency because I provided evidence. I provided everything they needed for you guys to prosecute. I texted in 2023, I texted the granddaughter, the one that introduced herself when I purchased my home in 2019. And I told her, somebody is approaching your home. She said, I'll send somebody over. Thank you, Miss Patty. Nobody came. So those squatters lived there for 2 years. Stole water, digged up holes, took out all the copper pipes from the underground, parked illegal, stolen cars, stripped them. I saw everything. I have cameras all over my home. Now I have an individual coming in saying that he was sent by the city, I believe from Victor, because he did say building and safety. He was approaching my driveway and he glanced to the next door, and I came out. That's the only reason why I came out, because he was inside my property. And he said, I'm being sent because I need to do a quotation. So I believe they're fixing the house, whatever. But how do you allow somebody to fix their home after they knew what was going on for so long?
Your time is up, but let me do. Could you go through those double doors and someone will meet you there and give you a number so we can give you a call?
Good evening, Council. Commissioner Fidel Marquez, District 1. No one should live under those circumstances paying these taxes in Compton. And that is the importance of a city attorney, which we don't have. And again, without an attorney, this meeting could possibly be illegal. I want to get on, piggyback on Vanessa. Back in April 2020, Charter Committee Chairman LeGrant Clegg and attorney Damon Brown decided to change the 30-day residency for people to run for office. I think that's the problem. Nothing should be amended without putting it on the ballot for the voters to vote on. It went from 1 year to 30 days so they can put their cronies in office. Not only put them in office, Michelle Chambers ended up living in LeGrant Clegg's mother's house. You follow the fraud. We need to change that back. Madam City Clerk, we can get with the State Attorney General to see how we can get this moved back to 1 year residency, because we got too many people on commissions, especially out of other cities, that are running for current office. Mayor, you guys picked an attorney. In the RFP, it says that attorney reports to the city manager. We've been asking for an investigation on these credit cards. It would be a conflict of interest for that attorney to do an investigation and report back to the city manager. So we need to, Councilwoman Duhart, Mayor Sharif, you guys voted yes, you need to bring that item back and reconsider and change the verbiage. We need answers today. We need them now. Because we have an imposter who decided to take from the taxpayers in District 2, no resolution, to grant him that seat. But he's running for mayor. So the residents need to understand the severity of this, and it is not a joking matter or nothing to be played with. We've been played for decades with fraud. It needs to stop today. Our taxes are going up. Last year we got dinged almost 9%. 9%, and we have nothing to show for it. But our county assessor, Mr. Jeff Prang, just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. All these years he's been giving his friends reassessments.
Limbourne, City of Compton, City Attorney, City Controller, City Engineer, Street Superintendent. Those are all mandated in the charter, and we don't have it. The budgets for those departments are going to Mr. Hopkins, just like he has all the other budgets. Those positions, that's salaries that's not being paid. What are you doing with that money? These people are so important to the city. That's why our streets look like they do. That's why we're not getting anything done with these credit cards, because we don't have a city attorney. You guys need to, I don't know, pull up your pants or pull up your drawers or whatever and do your job, because you're not. The city manager, it's all through the charter what his or her job is, and it's not yours. The powers of the city are invested in you, and the powers are the people. You're not doing it. Now for vacancies, 505, it states in there for whatever the cause is for a vacancy, the person must be appointed. Mr. Spicer is not appointed. Mr. Spicer did not win the race. If you go and you look through everything, there's no certification. I filed a complaint with the city clerk's office. I got a call 2 days later saying that they were investigating it. Now it's over a week. Where is the certification for him, or where is the resolution that places him in that seat? Do you know how many elections he went through without having to run for that seat because he wasn't appointed? Come on now, you guys need to do the right thing, or just, I don't even know why you're running, or either get up out of the seat. The city manager does not run the entire city. And as far as the credit cards, it just amazes me. The minute Eric started investigating the credit card situation, this city manager decided to pay him off with our money. Now Eric is gone. We don't have a city attorney like we're supposed to. Janine is not our city attorney and will never be. Now that might be Mr. Hopkins' friend, which is good for him, but she does not deserve to be paid by the city of Compton. Those are our funds. And I'm going to tell you, no matter how long it takes, when you guys are found guilty of those credit cards, no matter where you are, you will be picked up. And you can ask Tucker Jr., because he came when he got out of jail and apologized and said he had been gone 3 years.
Madam Mayor, if I may just clarify a few of the lies that were just told. For starters, you do have a city engineer, you do have a city street superintendent, you also have a building official, you have all the positions that are listed in your charter with the exception of a police chief, and oh, by the way, none of those positions are in my budget. If an individual is intelligent enough to read the budget book, you will note that those are individual departments. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. You know, I've been listening to the community as they continue to come here and ask about the credit card, and I did last week. Earlier in the week, I met with the city manager to discuss the ongoing credit card investigation and receive an update on behalf of our residents. However, this is not in his wheelhouse. He and I discussed this, and one thing I do know, and I do believe that transparency and accountability are critical to maintaining public trust. Residents deserve to know where we stand on important issues like this. Based on this discussion, the investigation is expected to be concluded within approximately 2 weeks, at which point more information will be shared with the public. Now, and this is my concern is that I want, if it's going to be done in 2 weeks, I would like for a report to be given to this council in 2 weeks, not you're working on something else. I would rather, this is what I am asking for, is that we get a report in 2 weeks because according with the information that I have now, like I said, it's not in the city manager's wheelhouse, and I do appreciate him helping me get this information, but it's not, we're expecting this to be done in 2 weeks. And so as soon as we get that information and the council have that information, then we'll know where we're going from there. Thank you. Madam City Clerk.
Madam Mayor, now we move to the consent agenda.
Madam Mayor, if I may, on item 1, we want to pull item 1, and that's the only change we have to the agenda at this time.
Okay, thank you. On consent items are routine and expected to be non-controversial. They will be acted upon by the council at one time without discussion unless a council member requests an item to be removed or discussed. Is there a motion for this item?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? No? Roll call, Madam City Clerk.
Okay, you're voting on the consent agenda with the removal of item number 1. Councilmember Duhart?
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers?
Yes. Yes.
Councilmember Darton? Mayor Sharif?
Yes.
Motion passes. Now we move to the regular agenda. And the first item is removal of officers, council members, boards, commissions, and committees. And the item is to receive and file Darrell Carter's resignation letter.
Is there a motion? They were talking to me, I'm sorry, I apologize.
What item is this?
We're on item number 3.
Item number 3. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Discussion?
Nope, so receive and file.
Yes, item 3. Okay. Item 3 is the, you're removing Darrell Carter. Darrell Carter turned a letter of resignation in, and we're going to vote on that letter now. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
You can vote electronically.
Oh.
I'll press the button and you'll have 15 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Motion passes.
Okay, thank you.
Now we move to item 4, appointments of officers, council members, boards, commissions, and committees. The first is the Olympic Tourism Committee. And I believe, Mayor Sharif, you still have an appointment to make.
Yes, as a matter, I believe Councilman Bowers also had one to make as well, but I'm looking here.
Madam City Clerk,
Yes.
reviewing some of these applications, there's some discrepancies because I thought we were just putting one commission on one application. Some of them have 3.
You said some have 3?
Yes.
So we did new applications for several of the requested commissions and boards. So these, if there's somebody on for the Olympics Tourism Committee, that is one that was not changed.
This one actually has 4 commissions on it. I'm sorry, it's 3, yeah.
Madam Mayor, are you ready to make an appointment?
Look like there's an application that I'm missing here for the Personnel Board. And there's an application that I thought was turned in, and it's not here for the Personnel Board.
Oh, there. Those are all of the applications we have on file.
On file.
And right now, we're looking at the Olympics and tourism.
Olympic and tourism.
Yes, the Olympics and tourism.
Okay. I think I have only one appointment that I can make on Olympic or tourism, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Then I'll appoint Mr. Charles Brown. Mr. Charles Brown from the 125 Historical Society.
Who?
Mr. Charles Brown, Minister Brown, I'm sorry.
You said for the Olympics and tourism?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, Madam City Clerk.
Okay. I'll press the button and you can vote. Motion passes. Now we move to the Personnel Board.
We had one more spot.
I beg your pardon?
We had one more spot on the Olympics.
Yes, and I believe the mayor has an appointment for the Personnel Board. The application period closed on the 19th. If you would like for us to extend it for a week, we can do that.
Also, all these applications that we have now are obviously the ones that we have before, that were taken in before the 19th.
Yes.
Well, I would just want to check and see what happened with that. If you do not mind, if the council don't mind, see what happened with that particular, wait a minute, okay.
So we can table that.
Okay, then we just table it to next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now we move to item 5, new business, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton approving.
City Clerk, before we move, there was another opening on the Olympic. Whose spot is that?
Ms. Darden.
Okay, thank you.
That's the only reason I didn't bring it up, because she's not here. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton approving the memorandums of agreement between the City of Compton and Service Employees International Union, SEIU Local 721, Maintenance and Trades and Service Employees International Union, SEIU Local 721, Public Safety Auxiliary for fiscal years 2025 through 2029.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam City Clerk, roll call.
No discussion.
Oh, discussion?
Okay. Councilmember, I'm sorry.
Discussion?
Yes. We gotta catch up.
Just gonna discuss this item. Was the city manager, you going to, or what?
Sure. Madam Mayor and Council, as you know, over the course of over a year now, there's been negotiations between the administration and SEIU and all of our other bargaining units. We negotiated from February of 25 to January 26, 2026, resulting in a tentative agreement that will cover the terms of July 24th through June 30th of 2029, which is a 5-year agreement. Again, and this is exclusively for SEIU Local 721. What we've been able to do over the course of this negotiation is bring some closure to a series of things, given that our city is significantly behind in terms of market and how employees are compensated. And we went to the bargaining table over the time frame I mentioned earlier, and we were able to come to agreement with this agreement. We bring our employees closer to being in line with equivalent cities of our size. In conjunction with that, because of the time frame, we've, over the last many years, been doing 1-year agreements, and now we don't have to go back to the bargaining table until, I think, almost 29-30. So with that, I'll entertain any questions Mayor and Council may have.
Are there any concerns from the council? No? Madam City Clerk, roll call.
I'll start the voting. Motion passes. Now we move to item number 6, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Compton authorizing the city manager to accept the donations and enter a donation agreement with Compton 125 Historical Society for the donation of vintage furniture to furnish the Heritage House.
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Mr. City Manager, have anyone from the city been able to go and take a look at the furniture?
Madam Mayor, we received some information from the Historical Society on the furnishings, and they've signed off on the inventory. And as soon as we continue the evaluation of the furniture, we'll move forward with inclusion of it into the Heritage House.
So at this moment, you still have not taken a look, so how long would it take you guys to take a look at the furniture? You have any idea?
No, we've only observed the photos that were provided.
Oh, you just observing the photos? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But someone will be taking a look at it prior to moving it in?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, Madam City Clerk?
One more question. Who will be taking a look at this furniture?
The furniture is going to be evaluated by the General Services Department.
Okay, thank you.
I'll start the vote. Motion carried. Now we move to item number 7, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement with Agiloft, Inc. for a contract lifecycle management platform in an amount not to exceed $257,418, implementation cost of $76,000, and annual subscription of $55,821 for an initial term beginning April 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2029, renewable subject to annual budget appropriations.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. Discussion?
Madam Mayor, before you begin discussion, if I could, just for the sake of background, this is a monumental change and a very, very positive move forward for our city. A contract lifecycle management system, better known as the CLM, will allow us to keep track and have meticulous management over a series of 3 critical matters here in our city. First will be all of our legal matters will be under a management system that will allow us to track and know exactly where we are. In conjunction with that, the same will be applicable for our contracts. And when we enter into a procurement process, that workflow will also be managed through this system. So it will give us visibility of some critical components that we, as the City of Compton, has not had visibility of in the past. So I think this is a great tool for us administratively, and it also gives us the visibility that I think the administration as well as your council needs as we continue to conduct business.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Any questions from the council? Madam City Clerk, roll call.
I'll start the vote. Motion carried. Now, Madam Mayor, we move to council comments.
Thank you. We'll start with Councilman Bowers from District 3.
Thank you. Good evening, Compton. I want to thank everyone who joined us this past Saturday for the 3rd District Town Hall meeting. Your presence, your questions, and your engagement are what makes the conversations meaningful and impactful. A thank you to Delta Sigma Theta for their presentation and for sharing an overview of their emergency response team. It was an important discussion that reinforces how critical preparedness is, not just at the city level, but within our community as well. We also had the opportunity to review the city's emergency preparedness guide, which is a key resource for the residents to stay informed and ready. At the end of the day, this is about community. It's about ensuring our residents have the information, resources, and support needed to stay safe and connected. I also want to share that we have a list of streets scheduled for repaving within the 3rd District. If you're interested in learning more, please contact my office at 310-605-5612, and we will provide that information for you. I always thank you for your continued partnership and commitment to making our community stronger, because through community unity, we move Compton forward together. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Councilman Spicer.
Thank you. On last Friday, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Hub City Alphas, the Alpha Fraternity, for doing a presentation and a line crossing at Dollar High Community Center on this past Friday, as well as shout out to Jasir Berry, last year's Mr. Teen Compton, who was blessed with the scholarship from the Alphas to go towards his college, career, or education, rather. So thank you to the Alphas for your partnership with the City of Compton. On Thursday, we were supposed to do the business town hall meeting revolving ICE and how it was managed in the City of Compton. We were going to postpone that until later date. Later date will be announced soon. On Friday, March 27th, I will be at Career Day at the Martin Luther King Elementary School in Compton, doing a presentation with the 5th and 6th graders. I am absolutely looking forward to that. On Saturday the 28th, at the Dollar High Community Center, the Top Ladies of Distinction Incorporated, their Inglewood, Hub City, and their Carson chapter will be hosting a blood drive. Again, at the Dollar High Community Center, starts at 8 a.m., goes into 2 p.m. Dollar High address is 301 North Tamron Avenue, Compton 90220. Saturday, April 4th at Luders Park, Children Striving Together will be hosting their annual Easter Egg Extravaganza event. There will be an egg hunt, games, music, food, and more. Luders Park address is 1500 East Rosecrans Avenue. On Sunday, April 12th at Dollar High Community Center, the Omega Sci-Fi Total chapter will be hosting their 2026 talent hunt. They're looking for poets, ballet dancers, modern dance, vocalists, and instrumental songs to be presented. If you're interested in participating, please email Mr. or Brother Craig Hart at Craig, C-R-A-I-G, at Hart in the House, that's H-A-R-T, in the house.com. Also, on April 17th and 18th, we'll be hosting our FatherCon event. Never too early, never too late, Fathers Matter. This is the 6th annual conference. It will be a hybrid event. They'll have workshops, speakers on a variety of topics relevant to fathers, families, and the safety and well-being of children. On Friday, they'll host a screening at Dollar High Community Center. And then on Saturday, there'll be 3 breakout sessions, keynote address, numerous resources. And this, again, will be at the Dollar High Community Center. Address is 301 North Tamron Avenue. Lastly, we'll host another expungement clinic, the Expungement Reentry and Resource Fair, Day for Second Chances. This will happen on Thursday, April 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This again will be at the Dollar High Community Center. To date, we have helped over 600 residents get expunged of their misdemeanors and their felonies, another 250 to be employed, and another 125 plus to be housed through these particular resource fairs. So please reach out to any family members, friends that might be in need. That concludes my council comments for tonight. You all have a wonderful and blessed evening.
Councilwoman Duhart.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In honor of Women's History Month, I would like to recognize Candace Leos, President of Compton Advocates. Candace was selected by Assemblymember Mike Gibson as a Woman of the Year by the California Legislative Women's Caucus. Through her leadership with Compton Advocates, she has been a powerful source in uplifting the community, championing equity, and creating meaningful opportunities for residents. Her dedication and impact exemplify the spirit of Women's History Month, and we are proud to celebrate her achievements and continued service. Join us this Saturday, March 28th, for a special program in collaboration with the 125 Historical Society and the Compton Recreation Department as we honor the strength, resilience, and contributions of women in our community. We proudly recognize Gina Radio TV, Pearlie Burr, Melinda Mongosa, Yossi Ranaga, and Bettina Kanan Cooper, whose leadership and dedication have helped shape the history and future of Compton. This is a time to come together, uplift one another, and celebrate the powerful impact women have made. We look forward to seeing you at Gonzalez Park, located at 1101 West Cressy Street from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. As a reminder, there will not be a council meeting next week, as March 31st is the 5th Tuesday of the month. Also, City Hall will be closed in recognition of Farm Workers Day. And I want to thank you, Minister Pauline Brown, for that excellent prayer that you gave earlier tonight, because our city definitely needs that. In closing, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this evening. Kenzie, you know I missed you. I haven't seen you in about a month. Your presence, input, and commitment to speaking up and working together help strengthen our community and move our city forward. You are the eyes and ears of the community, and your voice matters to me. And in closing, always remember to eat, shop, and buy Compton, a safe, clean, and friendly city. That concludes my council comments, Madam Mayor.
Mr. City Manager, I believe you have something you'd like to say?
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council. Again, my apologies. I was intending to say this before the other council members spoke. But we have a series of citizens that come forward, reference their public comments that kind of imply that we don't hear them. And what I wanted to share with your council as well as the community, starting in April, we are going to be posting responses to public comments on the city's website. They're going to be brief, they're not going to be thesis, but we're going to respond to some of the questions that come up. But with that, I think the community need to also understand why responses are not made. It's primarily because of the Brown Act. The council cannot engage in a discussion that is not on the agenda. It's not because they're ignoring you. It can be a Brown Act violation if they respond and start a discussion about an item that's not on the agenda. So we're going to try to address that matter so you understand you have been heard, and here's the response when you have questions. But remember, it's public comments. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. And I really want to say congratulations to Candace Leos on a job well done. Been working with her for a while, so I really think that's definitely is a great accomplishment for her. Before we adjourn, I would like to briefly share a few updates on how my office has been working to support our residents and continue to move Compton forward. Last Wednesday, I attended a very successful diversity hiring expo hosted by Hire 360 at the Dollar High Community Center. The event welcomed over 1,500 job seekers who were able to connect with 45 employers and organizations across multiple industries. Events like this directly support economic growth by connecting our residents to real job opportunities and career pathways, helping strengthen financial stability for families across our city. Due to the overwhelming success, my office is proud to partner with Hire 360 to bring another hiring event to Compton in October. I also want to thank the Hire 360 team for going above and beyond by staying past the scheduled time to ensure residents receive the support they needed. Last Thursday, I participated in the city's economic development strategic planning session hosted by our grants department. This meeting brought together residents, businesses, and city leaders to help guide the future vision of Compton. This process ensures that community voices are shaping the direction of our city. Key takeaways included a strong desire for more restaurants, arts and entertainment, and community events and festivals. In alignment with this vision, I have also recently met with 2 potential organizations whose missions support moving Compton forward as we continue exploring partnerships that can help bring these priorities to life for our residents. I encourage all residents to stay engaged and make your voices heard. The next meeting will take place on Thursday, June 4th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Dollar High Community Center. This Thursday, March 26th, My Place Health will be hosting a senior meet and greet at the Dollar High Community Center from 10 a.m. to 11. This is a great opportunity for our senior residents to learn more about the programs and services available to support their health and well-being. I encourage our seniors to come out, ask questions, and take advantage of these valuable resources. Spring is here, and it's time to celebrate. I'm excited to invite our senior residents to my annual Senior Spring Brunch on Friday, April the 10th, from 10:30 to 1:30 p.m. at the Dollar High Community Center. This special event is open to Compton seniors and will be filled with great food, music, and fellowship. Please be sure to RSVP by contacting the Dollar High Center. We look forward to celebrating the season with you. Mr. City Manager, I would like to raise a concern that has been brought to my attention by several residents regarding access to our city council meetings in Spanish. While translation is currently available through Channel 36, many residents who access meetings through YouTube or the city's website are unable to hear the meeting in Spanish. Because accessibility is essential to civic engagement, I respectfully ask that staff look into expanding Spanish language access across all viewing platforms, if possible, so that all members of our community can stay informed and engaged. Looking ahead, my office will continue working to expand economic opportunities, strengthen transparency, and ensure that every resident has access to the resources and service they deserve. Before we close, I also want to take a moment to thank our Code Enforcement Director and officers, along with our Public Work Directors and staff for all their hard work. I have had many residents call my office with complaints, and every complaint has been handled swiftly and so professionally. Thank you for continuing to provide quality service to the residents of Compton. Thank you to your residents for staying engaged, and to my council colleagues and city staff for your continued collaboration. Together, we will keep Compton moving forward. And on that note, I would like to say to Mr. that fence on Long Beach Boulevard, the light, I know it took a while for it to get taken care of, but now the light is there, shining bright, and I know that it's going to help in the area that you were really talking about. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you. Need a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam City Clerk, roll call, please. Roll call.
Councilmember Duhart.
Yes.
Councilmember Spicer.
Yes.
Councilmember Bowers.
Yes.
Councilmember Darden. Mayor Sharif.
Yes.
You adjourn at 7:25 p.m.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. We'll see y'all next month.